Britain has produced many great men. Marlborough, Wellington, Clive of India, Cecil Rhodes, Churchill, Wolfe of Quebec. Add to that list the name Armitage Pinkle. He was the only son of a humble weaver from Tintwistle who retired when his braces got caught in a loom and he wafted his weft. He was a shy young man who started out at life at the age of 14 in the Narcotics Bureau at Mothercare. He left there and became a chamber pot glazier at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, Otley, one of the world's biggest hotels. It was there that in 1952 he did 100 yards in 8 seconds. He fell down the lift shaft. Over the years, he worked hard and diligently and rose to become under-manager in charge of the linen cupboards and brine baths. And 4 years later, married a German osteopath called Hildegard von Trump. She invented a stomach powder for indigestion, and they made a fortune. You may remember the slogan, which was, "If you have wind in the tongue, be sure of trumps." And they had everything, 3 houses, a villa in Bognor, and he bred pieballs in Arbroath. All seemed well until last year I was in a pub in the West End of London called the Dublin Fortnight. It was called that because the beer was too weak for words. When in through the door walked Armitage. His clothes were in rags. He was thin and pale. He had holes in his shoes. "What's the matter?" I said, with tears prickling me ducts. "Oh, he said everything. The wife turned out to be a deserter from the Luftwaffe. My son's a criminal and my daughter's living with a hippie in Kathmandu." I felt so sorry for him. I took him home and gave him a pair of new shoes. He took size 10s and mine were only 7s, but he forced them on and he thanked me as he hobbled away. I saw him again last week and he looked even worse. His face was a cadaver of suffering. I said, "Are things any better?" He said, "No, they're worse." He said the wife was arrested in Brazil after a fascist scuffle. My son lost his glasses and starved to death trying to pick pockets in a nudist camp. He said, "My daughter's having it off with a guru." He said, "My house burnt down last week and the insurance had lapsed and I've just been breathalyzed." I said, "I really am sorry, and particularly about the shoes I gave you. They must hurt, so I can tell the way you limp." I said, "What I'll do," I said, I'll take them back." He said, "Oh, no, you don't." He said, "The only pleasure I get is checking the damn things off."
And once again, we proudly present Thaddeus Quilt with his great puns of the century.
A lot of people think that when you're in show business, you lead a different life from the rest of society. Well, this is nonsense, of course. Most people think that if you're in show business, it's wine, women and song, late-night orgies and caviar. Well, this is rubbish, because I'd sooner have a tin of salmon. If you must have the truth, the nearest I've been to an orgy was when the old pair's garters snapped at Scrabble. Just take my laugh, it's as normal as anybody's. Last Monday I was sat in the garden in my gym slip putting feathers on my truss. And just then the wife crept through a clump of hydrangea wearing a pith helmet, plastic gaiters and a ground sheet. "Come quickly, beloved," she screamed. "A lion has escaped from the zoo and it's attacking my mother and biting her in the vestibule."